Welcome, Telegraph readers. We did a poll before the Autumn Internationals to decide who you would like to represent the British and Irish Lions in Australia next summer. I picked my team, you picked your team. We're going to discuss a few of those options, discuss a few of the guys who we may have not considered, and come to a conclusion, which is my conclusion, about the team I would like to see playing next summer. Now we're going to do the forwards, and the four names that we seem to agree with in terms of the front row would be Cian Healy and Gethin Jenkins going for the loose head spot, Dylan Hartley for hooker, and Adam Jones on the tight head. Definitely on the tight head side, Adam Jones. Both agree on that. I think Cole might get the nod the closer it gets to it, but for the moment I'll stick with Adam Jones. We were both agreed with Dylan Hartley at hooker. Again, Rory Best, real competition there. The loose head is the only area where we disagree. I think Cian Healy's mobility, he's a top scrummager now, his experience in the Heineken Cup, and the fact he's getting regular games at top level for Leinster gets the nod over Gethin Jenkins, who's been unbelievable for Wales and the British Lions before, but he's now down in Toulon and I think may have started a handful of games this season. You guys decided to drop Gethin Jenkins in there and play Gethin Jenkins on the loose head side, Dylan Hartley at hooker, Adam Jones at tight head. My front row for the first test is Cian Healy, Dylan Hartley, Adam Jones. Rock solid in the scrum, absolute wonderful arrows in the line out, and a monster on the loose head to run around and carry. So to the second rows, the enforcers, the giant men who need to win that line, need to anchor the scrum, and nowadays need to play like extra back row forwards. The three selections that popped up from my choices and your choices are Courtney Lawes, Richie Gray, and a bit of a wild card in Nathan Hines. Why a wild card? Because he's retired from international rugby. However, he is just performing wonderfully well down at Clermont-Auvergne. One we both agree on. We're both picking Richie Gray. I thought he went pretty well against the All Blacks at the weekend. His form at Sale with injuries has been indifferent. Outstanding last season. I think another good season behind him, and he could be the first choice in that second row. The one we differ on, you go for your enforcer to be Courtney Lawes, who needs to get over his injury problems to prove his fitness, and I go for the enforcer that is Nathan Hines, who has, in my opinion, the best pair of hands of any second row in world rugby. A couple of Scots in the engine room to power the Lions to victory. Finally, in the forwards to the back row, and I think we're spoilt for choice here. Again, red and green. Who will come into contention? The selection you guys chose, therefore, have clearly gone for last year's Player of the Six Nations, who was voted Lydiate to play at 6. You've picked Heaslip to play at 8, and you've picked Captain Sam to come over on the open side. Sam needs some good games. Pretty anonymous in that first game against Argentina. Had a few injuries for the Cardiff Blues. Really needs to hit the ground running. So, where do I disagree with? Well, I'll leave Sam at 7, but he's coming under pressure. Needs to find some games. So 7 at the moment. I don't pick Heaslip. I pick Faletau at 8. Look at that photo. He's a kid, isn't he? He's still only 21, 22 years old. And then at 6, I picked Ferris to come in. We disagreed 66% of the back row selection because we both had Sam Warburton. You guys went for Heaslip at 8 with Lydiate at blindside. I've gone for Ferris at 6, the monster from Ulster, with Faletau at 8. Pretty powerful. That's my back row to play in the first test against Australia. Okay, to conclude, my hairy bottom bunch that I want to go down and smash that Australian pack, to pulverise that Australian pack, to give our lightning backs, our try-scoring backs, loads of ball, is Healy at loose head, Dylan Hartley at hooker, Adam Jones on the tight head. The engine room from Scotland, we have Nathan Hines, the wild card from Clermont-Auvergne, and Richie Gray. And then on the back row, Ferris 6, Warburton 7, Faletau 8. That is a pack, that is a team. What a poll. Sorry I disagreed, but it's my team.